If you got poop on your hand or your arm, would you wipe it off with dry paper? No chance. You'd probably use some water. Probably some soap as well. So why do you insist on using this when you go to the bathroom, when there's been better options for pretty much ever? Today I'm looking at a product that I can genuinely say I don't want to live without. And that's a bidet toilet seat attachment. I've tried a couple different ones of these in the past, and WATERLACE was nice enough to send this one to me for free in exchange for making this video. Overall, it's got a pretty simple install that you can make with minimal tools. All it involves is draining the water down in your toilet, turning off your supply line, disconnecting the supply line from the toilet, and then you're going to put in this T that connects in there, and then there's a nice line that comes off of that goes over to the bidet. Bidet toilet seat attachment is going to install right under your existing toilet seat, so that's just a couple simple screws to take those out and stick it in there, get it lined up, and then yeah, that supply line comes over and connects to that, and you're in business. Now, one great feature of this install is the supply line itself that goes from your existing line, that T, to the line, or to the bidet, has a built-in kind of wing nut plastic piece that slides up to your fitting, and you can turn it and tighten it with your hand as good as you need to. So my supply line from my wall to my toilet was a stiff line, and it was exactly the right size. So I actually had to get a flexible line to go in there. So it'll depend on what kind of line you have as to whether you need to make a change like that. Mine was just because of the type of line I had that I had to grab that supply line. Super simple install. If you got any basic skills at all when it comes to tightening and loosening a supply line and turning off a water valve, you're good to go there. It comes with some Teflon tape to put on those fittings to help ensure they don't leak. And you can leak test it. Turn that water on before you use it. Check all those connections, make sure they're tight. There's no drops coming out of them. Once you're installed, it's a simple operation. You got this front knob here that's going to be your on-off, and it's going to give you however much pressure you're looking for. So really ideally, leave that off until you're situated there. And then this back knob is going to direct whether it's the front or the back wash. So the front wash is going to be more attuned for feminine wash, and the back wash is going to be for the back door. Now, depending on how you're situated on here, you may want to use one or both directions. This is a bare bones bidet attachment. There is no heated water, no air dry, none of that fancy stuff. But I'm here to tell you really don't need it. First time or two, you may think it's a little cold, but you get used to it in a hurry. And when I tell you, you're not going to want to go back. You're not going to want to go back. You're going to wish you had these everywhere you go. Now, one other little pitfall I will warn you about sometimes with these attachments is, imagine if you're in a car wash and you got a high pressure stream of water spraying on some mud on your car. Sometimes you get a little splatter back. And so you may get some of that splatter back in the back of your bowl and up here around where the nozzles actually come out. They have a little shield there. And if you just turn that water on, it's going to give a downward pressure kind of wash. But you're going to want to stay on top of cleaning that. That's the only real downfall there is to these at all, is a little extra cleaning. You're going to want to stay on that because you don't want that drying and get caked on there. So, but if you clean it regularly, it's not a big deal. but just something to be aware of. But overall, I've been with a bidet and I've been without. And let me tell you, life is better with.